On this week's episode of Before the 90 Days. Memphis and Hamza. Memphis met with Hamza's mother, Hayat, who requested to speak in private with Memphis. Hayat immediately started off with her worry that Memphis' ex-husband will be a problem. But Memphis answered that her ex-husband was okay if her kids were raised by Hamza. Hayat added that it would be problematic if Memphis' ex visited their house. She continued, pointing out that Memphis' past when she became homeless might become a problem. Hayat said, all that happened to her, her problems, will that affect her relationship with Hamza? But Memphis didn't take that lightly, saying, you're really kind of getting to me. She stressed that whatever support Hayat gave to Hamza, Memphis didn't receive from anyone. Afterwards, Memphis went wedding dress shopping with Hayat and Rawia, Hamza's sister. I feel like she is not a terrible person, said Hayat. Rawia said what's important was that Memphis and Hamza made each other happy. 2 days before their marriage, Memphis talked to her lawyer in Michigan about her prenup, but her lawyer told her she wouldn't be able to finish a prenuptial agreement within 2 days. The lawyer suggested she pushed back the wedding to make time to process a prenup. She decided to go to a hotel instead and think about what she needed to do about their prenup. Jasmine and Gino. Gino followed Jasmine to the gym after she avoided him in the morning because of disappointment. Jasmine is furious because someone messaged her, your toot is going to be all over the internet. She's even angrier that Gino couldn't even properly apologize for sending her nudes to his ex. You have to understand, Gino. There are people that depend on me, she said. She stressed that Gino couldn't tell her not to be scared because she can get fired from her teaching job if someone posted her nudes online. So she plans to post it first so she could at least make money off of those photos before someone else posted them, but Gino adamantly rejected the idea. But Jasmine was still frustrated because she couldn't feel that Gino was sorry for what he did. At this point, when I look at Gino, I feel resentment, Jasmine said. She continued saying she didn't feel like Gino was taking the matter seriously. She also emphasized that what she shared with Gino wasn't like any of his past arrangements. The Gino that I met on the internet didn't text his exes and wasn't a sugar daddy, and I don't trust you. Jasmine asked him to prove that he wasn't a liar, asking him to show her his email, and Gino relented. All of a sudden, Jasmine's eyes bulged as she saw a trip email that Gino had with his ex-wife. Jasmine called him out about lying again, which made Gino walk out, even toppling his chair over. He called Jasmine's outburst a joke, saying, I don't have anything more to say. I'm done. Mahogany and Ben. Benjamin sent Mahogany tons of messages overnight, but Mahogany didn't answer any of them. That morning, Mahogany's parents surprised her at breakfast in Wakakina, but Mahogany didn't believe that they were just there to have a good time. They admitted that they had a lot of doubts about Ben because he's just someone that Mahogany met online. They also pointed out Ben's apparent preference for young women, which Mahogany's father pointed out was very strange. He stressed how strange it was for a supposedly mature person to have deep feelings for a 22-year-old girl. Then, Ben didn't want to meet Mahogany for breakfast because she ignored his multiple texts the night before. And for Mahogany's parents, Ben was disrespectful for not meeting up with Mahogany. She messaged him that her parents were there and Ben responded that he wanted to talk to them privately without Mahogany. Jimena and Mike. Unexpectedly, Mike butted in saying he wanted them to still be friends. But Jimena said she just wanted space, but she didn't want to end their relationship. Nelsie called Mike immediately after they walked out of the restaurant and told Mike to leave Jimena because she was disgusted by him and just wanted him to pay for her stuff. Jimena butted in, why do your friends have to get involved in your relationship? She got into a spat with Nelsie, Mike's friend, about how she treated Mike like crap while making him pay for her stuff. Jimena becomes visibly miffed that Mike suddenly changed his mind just because of what Nelsie said. She even called Nelsie the little gossipy friend. Even with the spat, Jimena and Mike came to a compromise that Mike would stay for another week. He agreed to Jimena's bargain that she would change, and Mike propositioned her to sleep with him, to which she agreed, but not without saying, but don't stare at me again. They slept together when they came home, which Mike was very ecstatic about. That night, they had a romantic dinner together and they talked about their wedding plans. Jimena said she didn't want to see Nelsie at the wedding, and stressed how it was terrible of Mike to tell their relationship problems to all his friends. Jimena was also adamant that she wouldn't sleep with Mike until they get married, and Mike gets obviously upset about it, saying maybe he should have listened to his friends and went home. Kim and Usman. Kim was still hung up about how Usman supposedly betrayed her by hiding Zara, someone he dated when Kim and Usman weren't in a relationship yet. She called Vanessa, her friend, and ranted to her about Usman's betrayal. Vanessa said, "You don't need to be chasing no Nigerian rapper-singer." Kim said she expected Usman to do something grand to prove that he really loved her and wasn't just saying it to get something out of her. Kim met Usman by the pool and she pointed out how Usman didn't even put any thought into her trip. "I didn't force you to come," stressed Usman. She told him to make something grand for her to prove that he valued her, but he simply chuckled and said, "This is very funny," to which Kim threw a glass of water to his face. "I'm done," Kim concluded. "You called me here to disrespect me this much," Usman told Kim. They fought about his lack of genuineness, with Kim pointing out that his actions didn't reflect his words and threatening to book a flight right that night. Usman just walked out and said, "When you get there, I'll be gone." He emphasized how he didn't want to be in a relationship with Kim because she turned out to be different from how he knew her and that she was beginning to be like his ex-wife. "I'll probably never date again. Ever," Kim finished. Ella and Johnny. "I love Johnny and I want him to be my everything, but I can't keep waiting forever," said Ella. She wanted Johnny to fly to Dubai to meet her, and if he didn't, she thought it would be the end of whatever they had. When she called Johnny, he told her he wouldn't be able to fly to meet her for another 7 months because he was cautious about the pandemic. But Ella was adamant, saying, "I don't want to keep waiting." She added, "I don't want to be single by the time I turn 37. Then, she confessed to having toot with a friend because, as she said, "I didn't mean for it to happen. I was distraught. I was upset." She said she had toot with her friend because she needed attention, and Johnny didn't help her situation because of him being wishy-washy about his decisions. He said he would try hard to mend their relationship, but Ella didn't trust whatever he said. She wanted him to go to her instantly, crying, "I don't want to just be me anymore. I want to have my special person."